Stop counting the days lost in the rhythm.
Last week, the Colorado Supreme Court made a significant ruling that former President Donald Trump cannot appear on the state's Republican primary ballot due to Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which prohibits insurrectionists from holding office. The decision has received mixed reactions from constitutional law scholars and is expected to be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court in the coming weeks. On a recent episode of Amicus, Dahlia Lithwick and Jeremy Stahl discussed the implications of the Colorado case for Trump's presidential campaign, the 2024 election, the Supreme Court, and our constitutional democracy. The conversation has been edited for clarity. Lithwick began by highlighting the bombshell ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court, stating that Trump will not be on the primary ballot unless the case is appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Stahl then explained the case, focusing on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which was created during the Reconstruction era to prevent former Confederate politicians who participated in insurrection from holding office. The question at hand is whether the term "office of the United States" includes the presidency. The District Court ruled that it does not, while the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that it does, citing Trump's participation in the January 6 insurrection. Stahl noted that this case raises important questions about what constitutes an insurrection and what qualifies as an office of the United States. He also mentioned that the decision is not final, as it will likely be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Lithwick added that the Supreme Court will have to make a decision due to the time crunch, as ballots need to be printed soon. Both Lithwick and Stahl agreed that there may not be enough votes on the U.S. Supreme Court to affirm the Colorado ruling. They acknowledged that the dissenting opinions in the case were strong and raised valid concerns about the process and the impact of removing a candidate from the ballot based on a 5-day bench trial. They also discussed the broader implications of the case, including the potential chaos that could arise if Trump is removed from the ballot in one state but remains on the ballot in others. In conclusion, Lithwick and Stahl emphasized the complexity of the case and the various perspectives surrounding it. They acknowledged the political and legal considerations at play and expressed uncertainty about how the Supreme Court will approach the case.